Hey guys, Antari again. So today we have battle versus FML from Marland forums. He's a pretty experienced Pokemon battler. He was actually waiting on Wi-Fi, and I was wandering around, and then I saw that he's waiting and for anyone to accept his challenge. So yeah, the type of the battle actually wasn't specified. So he brings in his OU team versus my UU team. So I decided to lead with my Butterfree, and I put to sleep his Metal Chunk, his Metagross, and then I come to realization that it is carrying Clamberry, so it will cure every status condition of this Metagross. So I lost my Butterfree pretty much on nothing because he finished me off with this Meteor Mesh. So after that I bring in my Katandok, forgetting that he will not get this Intimidate attack card because of the clear body. So I go for a Will-O-Wisp because I predict actually some kind of switch, and he brings in his Swampert. So after that I don't want to risk being waterfalled or surfed, so I bring in my Scary Mojo, and then he decided to actually take a switch into his Latias. So I set up some Stealth Rocks and he goes for Calm Mind. So after that he goes for a Surf as I switch into my Lapras just to take the advantage of Water Absorb. And then he decided to take a switch into his Scizor. So as I go for the Curse, I decided to actually take a switch because not risking, letting my Lapras die so early. And I bring in my Arcanine, predicting some kind of superpower, which was actually kind of good prediction of mine. So after that, he decided to take a switch because he knows that after the attack and defense drop he isn't going to do that much, and this is his Bandit Scizor. So he brings in his Latias again as I go for a Fire Blast just to do a nice chunk of damage, pretty much for everything, sorry. And after that he goes for Dark Pulse as I switch into my Claydol because I know that he will do that. And then he goes for Recover, and because I set up the Stealth Rocks earlier, I go for an Explosion just to take care of this Latias once and for all, because I don't want to risk, anymore with playing with this Latias. So after that, the field is clear, and he decided to bring in his Stallmans as I go for my Magneton, and this turns out to be pretty awesome for me because after the Stealth Rock recall it will be one hit KO with my Hidden Power Ice, and for some random reason he's staying. Probably he was not sure what this Magneton will do, maybe Thunderbolt. So yeah, after that he brings in his Scizor knowing that Hidden Power Ice isn't going to do that much, so I bring in my Arcanine again, predicting some kind of superpower, but he decided actually to go for a U-turn, which is quite good play of his, quite safe. So after that he brings in his Rotom in his grass form, so I decided actually to over-predict him and stay in and go for a Toxic, which will, destroy his Rotom. So he goes for Thunderbolt and it looks like a 2-hit KO. So I go for a Toxic, and that's kind of cool because it will, destroy the defensive potential of this Rotom. So after that I decided to take a switch to my Deactor, predicting another Thunderbolt because it's kind of obvious. And after that, for some totally random reason, I go for a Stone Edge. I was so stupid because I should go for a Sucker Punch, predicting some Leaf Storm, but yeah, I was so fucking dumb. So he take me down with Leaf Storm, and that's kind of obvious, and after that he will suffer because of the poison, even though he's carrying leftovers. So it looks like a one-hit KO with my Magneton Thunderbolt, so I decided actually to go for it as he predicted me quite well and go for Swampert, which will block me from using electric type moves. So because this is my choice Scarf Magneton, I need to switch into my Lapras, predicting some kind of waterfall or surf, but he actually goes for an Earthquake, which isn't going to do that much thanks to the burn. So after that I decided to over-predict his switch into Metagross or either into Scizor and go for Waterfall. So he decided to bring in his Scizor as I go for a Waterfall, and my Waterfall is going to do some decent damage to this Scizor. And here I made great misplay in this match because he goes for a Bullet Punch. This is his priority move, and stop. So I go for an Ice Shard because I thought that he will go for a Superpower, which will, finish me off, but actually he decided to go for a Bullet Punch, and it looks like a 2-hit KO for me, so I go for Ice Shard again, but it survives it, so I should actually go for a Waterfall just to finish off this guy, but no, I was so damn here. So, whatever, I lost my Lapras pretty much on nothing, and then I decided to bring in my Arcanine because I know that he's locked in this Bullet Punch because this is his Bandit Scizor. So I go for Morning Sun just to get some HP back, and Now I'm back into my green health thanks to the leftovers recovery. And after that, he decided actually to take a switch into his Swampert again as I go for a Fire Blast just to do as much damage as I can on his switch. And it looks like totally crappy damage. So, yeah. But I decided actually to stay in because I know that if he isn't going to use any water type move, because he isn't actually carrying probably any water type moves, so he goes for a curse, and this will build up his attack and defense. So then he decided to go for an earthquake as I go for the Fire Blast just to finish it all, but it actually survived this, which kind of pissed me off. But whatever, because after the burn it will die. So he goes for an earthquake, which will do decent damage thanks to the curse attack boost. But no problem with that, because after the leftovers recovery I'm back to my green health again. And the burn will finish off his Swampert. So now he's got only 3 pokes left. He decided to bring in his Metagross, and I decided to go for a Will-O-Wisp, which didn't miss either this turn, so that was kind of epic. And now the amount of damage dealt by the earthquake is halved, sorry. So yeah, he will suffer because of the burn, and he goes for a Bullet Punch to finish me off, but it isn't that powerful, so I go for Morning Sun to get some HP back. And now the match is mine because I've got still my Magneton with Thunderbolt, which will finish off this guy. But I decided to go for a Fire Blast because it's 4 times super effective and it will easily finish off this Metagross. So now he's got only Scizor, which is weak to the fire type moves, and Rotom in his grass form, so he decided to flat because he knows that even though I miss Fire Blast, I can still easily finish it off with my Magneton Thunderbolt. So great game, FML, comment, rate, subscribe guys, hope you like this battle. As you can see, even UU team can sweep, or U team, or maybe not sweep, but whatever. So great game, comment, rate, subscribe guys, later.